fashionistas, it's your girl Ashley, the most addictive fashion lover you will ever meet. In today's video, I'm going to discuss how to look expensive without going broke. So if you're trying to look expensive and not trying to spend all your money, honey, then you are in the right place. So let's get into it. So you are here because you want to afford expensive, high-end luxury items, but you ain't trying to go broke, especially in this economy. The tips I'm going to share with you are great tips to help you still get what you want, but also be within budget and not spend all your money or sacrifice paying bills to get what you want. So tip number one is to have a budget. And what I mean by setting a budget, I mean, what are you comfortably willing to spend towards these items that you want to purchase? Whether they be shoes, clothes, jewelry, handbags, what have you. What are you willing to set aside? And you can either set a budget in multiple ways. You can set a yearly budget saying, okay, this year my goal is to spend X, Y, and Z, and that's it. Or you can set a quarterly budget, like each quarter I'm willing to spend this. You can set a monthly budget or just whatever works in your finances, but set a realistic budget. The second thing with setting a budget, you have to track your spending. So you can't just say, okay, my budget for the year is, let's say, $10,000. And then you're just out here spending frivolously and you're not tracking to see where you are and how close you are to hitting that budget limit. I suggest creating a spreadsheet to track all of your spending. So like if you buy clothes one day, track how much those clothes cost. If you bought a handbag, put it in the spreadsheet, track how much that handbag costs, and see how close or far away you are for your budget. So I'm going to give you a little guidance when it comes to tracking your spending. So for me, I do set a yearly budget and I track it in a spreadsheet, and I have it broken down with clothing, shoes, jewelry, accessories, and other. And within those categories, I have a limit for each one of those categories, and I have a total overall amount. Now, every time I buy something, like whether it be a pair of jeans, whether it be a shirt, whether it be some shoes, whether it be a bag, whatever, I put it into the spreadsheet and it shows me each category. So like maybe I've been spending more in my clothing category and I'm about to hit that max. Okay, so then I can kind of reevaluate. Do I want to take funds from my jewelry category, or am I just going to be okay with not buying any more clothing? Now, if you do want that spreadsheet, guess what, sister? I created the template for you. It is down below in the description box, so you can reconfigure it, name the categories, whatever you want to name it, but it is configured for you to be able to track your spending for each category. There's 2 sheets within the workbook. The first page of the workbook just shows the overall budget, and it's a graph that shows you how much you're spending in each category. It did overall like pie chart to show you like what you spent all together. And then you also have the second sheet in the workbook, which tracks all transactions, so you can add date, category, how much you spent, etc. So I hope you enjoy this if you're really looking to set a budget and still be able to splurge but within reason. So the next tip to make sure you get what you want but not go over your budget and be broke, honey, is to make a list of the items that you want. So you've created this like overall budget and you broke it down into either yearly, monthly, quarterly, what have you. But you need to make a list of the things that you're wanting to buy. So you can either do it in categories like I mentioned with the budget, so like clothing, shoes, accessories, jewelry. And then if you do it that way, you can kind of structure, okay, like these are the clothing items I'm looking to buy, these are the shoes I'm looking to buy, these is the jewelry pieces, and so forth. So let's use shoes for example. So let's say on your shoe list you need a pair of ballet flats, you want a new pair of pumps, and then you need a nice sandal. So within that list, you can, categorize it however you want. So you can do it by, brand, like if you're just looking at Chanel or Hermes, and then like put the price beside it so you can know like, okay, this is how much these items are going to cost, and just make sure it's within your shoe category budget and go from there. And you can do that for each category. And that way you'll know like, okay, these are the things that I can comfortably afford, and these are the things I am actually wanting. So it's kind of like a 2-for-1. You get what you want, but you also know it's within reason. And another tip just for when you're creating your list, if you do decide to add the prices of the items, that you are wanting to purchase on that list, then you also need to kind of like adjust the price a little bit. Let's just say you're looking at a pair of shoes and it's $12.90. I would say round that up to like maybe $100 or $200, or even a little bit more, like to account for inflation, because you know brands do raise their prices all the time, and to also account for like these tariffs that's going on, and you know taxes if you're buying within the United States. After you've created your budget and after you've created your list, the next thing for you to do is shop. But wait a minute, before I let you run loose and just go shopping all over the place, I'm going to tell you how to strategically shop and save some coin at the same time. So the first thing you're going to do after you've made your list is determine if the item you like goes on sale. So there are brands that go on sale like within the brand itself. So like on the actual brand's website, they have semi-annual sales or just sales oftentimes, just depending on if you're looking at contemporary versus high-end luxury. And then there's also brands that go on sale via third party. And when I mean third party, like stores like Saks, Nordstrom, Neiman's, they have semi-annual sales and discounts and promotions throughout the year, so you can score items for a discounted price, or like for a better deal. And then you have brands that go on sale, but it's very selective with the things that go on sale. And a few of those brands will be Chanel or Hermes, for example. Now, Hermes does private sales and it's select things to go on sale for select, discounted prices. And Chanel does sales semi-annually as well, and it's more so like on shoes and accessories, not really on bags, but you can get like discounts on certain things within those brands. So if an item you want is likely to go on sale and you want to buy at sale price and not retail, here's what to do. Download the app Karma, and you can add this as a browser extension as well to track the prices of the items you're looking to purchase. What is Karma? Karma is an online shopping browser that helps consumers shop smarter. To use Karma, one would download the app or add the browser extension to Google Chrome or Apple Safari and add items from various websites to be tracked. It's very simple and easy. You can create lists, and Karma will notify you via email or phone notification when your saved item has dropped in price. And it will keep tracking it for you until you remove the item or have purchased it, and which you would select fulfilled. If you are looking to stretch your dollars, then this is a great way to still get what you want and save some money. Also, you can save items from almost any retailer, and it does not have to be designer. For instance, you can save some shoes from Nike that you're interested in, but not necessarily wanting to pay the price yet. Another way to maximize your coins is to shop at outlet. Now, I know what you're thinking. Most of the time when people hear the word outlet, they automatically think, no, the outlets is not the place to shop, because the outlets typically have items that are branded for outlet. Yes, that is true. But when you're talking about designer outlets, which there are a few in the US. So there is one in Florida, there is one in California, there is one in New York. So if you live in one of those states, it may be worth taking like, a little road trip if you're not close by and going to check it out. If you don't live in one of those states, then that's really an excuse to go visit that state. So, do some light shopping and save some coin. Now, when it comes to designer outlets, yes, they do have outlet only pieces, but they also get in pieces from the actual stores themselves. And what I mean by that, so like if a store has an item and it's maybe not performing well, it's not selling, they will send those items to the outlet. Or if they have like, overstock, they will send their overstock to the outlet. So the way to know like which items are outlet only items or actual items that come from, the actual store, one, you could, ask the sales associate when you go into those stores, or if you're familiar with fashion and you keep up with, the runway shows and what's actually in the stores and on the websites, then you would know, the difference between the two. So another way to save money at an outlet is to actually shop overseas. So yes, there are outlets overseas as well. So like there's outlets in France, there's outlets in Italy, there's outlets really all over. So you would just have to do your research and due diligence. Like if you're visiting, Europe this summer, when I'm traveling, that's the first thing I Google. After I found out where I'm going, like we've decided where we're going for vacation, the first thing I search after that is, are there outlets in such and such? And I, find all the outlets so I can go browse those items, get a steal, and then plus you can get even more of a discount because you're not a citizen of that country, so you can get the VAT refund. So it's like, okay, the item is discounted at the outlet, and then you can get the taxes back. Hello, can you say savings? Yes. So that is another way to shop at outlet stores. And another way to shop is to shop at third-party retailers. Like I mentioned earlier, most brands do go on sale, and if they are sold at third-party retailers like Saks, Neiman's, Nordstrom, Bergdorf, etc., like if they're sold at any one of those stores, then of course, like Saks have promotions, spend so much, you get a gift card, or spend so much, get so much off, or like they have their semi-annual sales. So there are other ways to actually save money buying, contemporary or high-end luxury items. Now, sometimes it does depend on the promotion what brands are included. Sometimes they do exclude some brands, so you just have to read the fine print and be aware that not all the time does a brand get included in those promotions and deals, but most of the time you can find promotions and deals on those websites to save some money. And then other third-party websites to shop for discounts would be the Outnet, Yoox, Net-a-Porter, Webster, Essence, Satire. They all have sales, either semi-annually or just random sales and discounts throughout the year. Shopping on sites like the Outnet or Yoox, the good thing about that is those items are already coming in at a discounted price. So then like when they have like a sale or promotion, then you can use that like coupon code and save even more. But like if you wanted to just go buy something from Valentino, you can just search on the Outlet, see what pieces they have on Valentino, see if it's something that you wanted, and it's already at a discounted price. You may save anywhere from 30 to 60, sometimes 70% off on those items. Another way to shop is to use your credit card incentives. Now, I'm not sure about all credit cards, but I know some credit cards like the American Express card does have incentives for their platinum card holders, black card holders, gold card holders, where it's like, they have different promotions with different companies throughout the year. Like I get so many offers from American Express, it's insane. And I just save all of them to my card even if I don't use them. So for example, they may have spend $750 or more at Versace and get 100 or 150 back. Like that is savings. Like if you were looking for like a silk shirt and you're like, okay, the silk shirt is $900 and I meet the criteria, I'm gonna get like $150 back, or what have you. So those are ways to like save money. And I also know with American Express they do offer an incentive semi-annually for you to have accredited Saks. So like if other credit cards also have those incentives or offers with different retailers, then take advantage of those, because that's the easiest way to save some money and get some cash back and earn some points. It's like a triple threat. And there you have it. These tips will actually help you save some coin if you follow them. Make sure if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful that you share it with as many fashionistas as you can. So I'm trying to help everybody, because this economy is crazy and we don't know if the tariff's gonna be here today or the tariff's gonna be here tomorrow. What's the price gonna be? So if we can save some coin in the meantime, let's try to do so. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Become a fashionista. You're gonna love it here. I will see you in the next video. Bye.